calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
First down. It's Hubbard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First carry for James Conner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm the ball. Match ball. Mike, he's checking. Crash. Boom. Check.
They'll try to run forward with Conner, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Steelers, first down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Not today. Check the backer. Check 43. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon. And that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater fighting to stay upright. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Pick me up. Here we go.
2 seconds. Here we go. 2 seconds. 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 They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Ringo. Shit. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From the 29, Bridgewater. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes left side, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
He's coming. Double up. He's
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Under 10.
Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Throwing Bridgewater toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good. Ready for their next drive.
It's hella funny, dude.
What's good, bro?
I knew you were joining the party when your live stream. Like, shut up.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I was trying, bro.
I watched it pause, and I was like, he's joining the party.
Yeah, I was trying my best, bro. Like, to do, you know what I mean, as fast as I could. I don't want him to run a play.
It should be hella slow, dude. You be sending me that in, like, the middle of a match, bro. I'm over here, like, why is it taking so slow to load?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
They said he was getting on 3:30, but I don't know.
Remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down. It's Hubbard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there.
You said what?
On second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right.
Oh,
they
yeah.
did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Oh, you like I just threw a deep to him and got him in the end zone?
You gave me a monster too, babe.
To Hollywood.
You got nothing. Hey, switch gears. Watch the ship.
Oh, you did not.
I like that he's just running the ball right now. Give me that. Come on, get over here. He didn't know where to go, bro. He didn't know where to go. His running back just stood there like, oh, fuck. He was like, fuck. Oh, bro. He didn't know where to go, bro. He didn't know where to go. Let's go. He didn't know where to go.
Gosh, bro. Thanks, baby.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Oh, automatic. Got him.
57 to Mike. Let's go, let's go. Let's 57's right.
Here we are.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go. We got this.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The completion good. This is
Oh, I didn't know he was gonna stay in bounds though. No
first
cap.
target, first catch, and a first down.
That was good.
Two-score game, obviously.
That was
Every
nice.
play, every 3rd down, like we saw there. Magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
How, bro? What the fuck?
Push it. I'm gonna say anything that I'm pushing. I'm gonna think everything that I'm pushing.
On first down, and he is met in his
I'm still in the kitchen. I'm cooking a fold. I had power to Yola. I add a little soda. I bubble. I double to 500 grams.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right
This
to the
is neither
teeth
the
of the blitz
best.
as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater.
Nah, I was right there. I should have seen it.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
I should have
Correct me if
seen
I'm
it.
wrong.
He
You
threw it
get
right
two
at me.
scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Shotguns, bro.
Mariah, stop.
We all know why everybody keeps doing this mission, bro. Like, why you guys take this shit so seriously? Finally, bro.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that should have been picked. That should have been picked. Come on, that should have been
Big
picked.
tight end is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That should have been a pick.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again.
Thank you. Give me that.
Intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Talking about possessions being a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
I just like blind fired, shot that
They go
through the
down
smoke.
again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Y'all stop. What y'all doing, man? Y'all fighting? Or y'all want to get a whooping?
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Alluding to pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I got a bruh. You should have seen that pick six that I got on this motherfucker, right? Bruh, hear me out. I was in cover 2, and for some reason my cornerback was lined up on the other side, so the whole other side of the field was just wide open or whatever. And right before the play, you know, I looked at my play art or whatever, and I'm like, the fuck is he doing over there? And I'm like, oh, it must be a certain play that he's doing to try to get that other side of the field open. That's why it makes him line up on this side. So right before he snapped the ball, I kind of ran back to that side with that cornerback. You know what I mean? And as soon as I got to that other side, he threw the ball to his running back on that side, bro, and I was able to just jump it and get a pick six.
Oh, wow.
I knew it, bro. I just knew it.
What are you gonna do if
That's why I walked this way with it. I figured you wanted something. Let me see.
shout out to my mama?
Oh yeah. You the shit.
Would be enough. So go ahead.
I think I should have done that one a whole nail.
You said which one?
That one a whole nail.
A whole.
Like did the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Like the hole with the paint that's on? Yeah. Devarian. That's why I can't never find my shit, bro. Come on with that shit, man. You walking around the house with just one of them on. What the hell you doing, man? Hey, let me see you doing that again. I'm gonna slap your shit out you. That's why I can't never find my shit when I want to put them on, man. What you got one of my shoes on for walking around the house for? Ain't you playing the game? Sit here and play the game, dude. Come on with that shit, man.